Today we're going to show how to install the Wolf Induction Cooktop in a flush inset application. So here we have in our display, you can see the cutout here for the recess. This one's a little too deep, deeper than it needs to be. You can see when we set the unit in, we've got a lip here which we want to avoid, so when people are pulling pots off, it's not spilling. So the kits come with a little bit of shim material that you can shim underneath the cooktop. You can just place it on the cooktop or on the surface itself. This one's a little deeper than it needs to be. We like to use these aluminum strips you can just pick up at Lowe's or Depot. What I do is I set the cooktop in place, and then I get different size shims and I put it on until I've got it flush. Cut these to length. And then just slide them in place right on the ledge. Then I double check it, make sure it's flush. Now I've got a nice flush surface here. Once I get everything nice and flush, now is when I go ahead and I tape my edges. I'll tape the edge of the countertop here, making sure I get the nice radius real good in the corners here. I don't want any tape overhanging into the opening itself. Then I want to do the same with the perimeter of the cooktop. I'm going to be real sure that tape doesn't roll the edge, so when you pull it off, it doesn't pull the caulk. You just take a sharp razor edge, just cut that radius. Put it on a little bit wider just so I don't get any caulk on the cooktop itself. All right. And then in the kit, it comes with some petroleum jelly here. You want to take that, squeeze it, and rub it underneath the outside edge of the cooktop. So when you put it in a normal situation, the caulk will get underneath it, and you don't want it to stick to the countertop if they ever need to remove it. By using these shims, it's not going to get underneath the shim itself, so I'm not going to use it in this situation. All right, once you get to this point, now you can really check your reveal all the way around. See how we're real tight there? So we just kind of move it to where we want it. Until we've got a nice even reveal all the way around. And then we're ready to caulk. And the caulk here comes in the kit with the silicone. You got a little spatula and a knife and your instruction sheet there. Because of the extra shim, I'm gonna go a little slower, make sure I get plenty down in there because it's gonna be a little deeper. Just make sure it squeezes down in there real good. Then we take our little tool here, then we just start smoothing it out. And while it's still wet, we go ahead and peel our tape. The key is not trying to overwork it. Get it smoothed in one time, be done with it, and then peel your tape and walk away from it. Once you get to this point, don't go back, try to touch anything up, smooth anything. It'll just make it worse. Best thing to do right now is let it dry. And then if you have any ridges or anything from pulling the tape, at that point, once it's dry, you can take the knife and you can just run it around the edge and it'll flatten it out nice and smooth. But that's all there is to it.